This could be interesting. This is a song from Fightstar. This is Charlie Simpson's rock band after Busted. I've heard snippets of Fightstar here and there. I've actually been to a concert that they played at, but I was there to see the support band called Ruben, who I adored, and I left after a few songs of Fightstar because they just wasn't my thing at the time. But time has passed. My taste has changed. Maybe this song will hit me a different way. I don't know what the song is. It's called Dive, but I don't know what the song is. And I will not recognize it, I'm sure. But we'll see. If I happen to recognize it, I'll point that out, but I doubt it. Thank you, and shout out to Sam Duggan for requesting this via steveog.com. It is 3 minutes, 48 seconds long. And go.
Drifting out in the morning
I definitely don't recognize this. Drum sound, right? What a cool sort of synth in this. Very nice vocal. It's quite beautiful. I love that the vocal effects on it are quite limited. The simplicity of the drum beat. I like this. I didn't know Fightstar had songs like this. It is definitely more that sort of Deftones vibey range than my impression of them used to be. The more hard rock and stuff I wasn't into, maybe? More electronics than I had expected. Where are we going here? Different snare sound here, I like that. Gone for kind of a ride cymbal rather than the hi-hat. Gives it a different effect. Okay, full band is in. Distorted guitars. Now this several years ago, so production might have been different. Guitars are not that meaty. It's cool though. Yeah, the guitars aren't quite hitting for me here. I like that layer. Atmospheric chord. Okay. Well, that was very interesting. That was very interesting. You know, I'm going to make a random comparison here to a band that I'm sure is entirely unrelated. But the band President have, vocals kind of like that, but I think they have a lot of tuning effects on them. And I think that would be a shame if the vocals were this good, because I think I quite liked them. Like, I really liked them, with the minimal amount of kind of production that went on those, I thought they were far more enticing for me and effective. And I like that. I didn't expect such a spacious, vibey kind of mood song from Fightstar. I always thought of them as more of a, what would it be? Like a pop rock sort of a version of A Bullet for My Valentine. It's kind of like a, metal, but maybe less in the modern era of metal and the heavier stuff that I really enjoy, but kind of more straightforward, radio ready, hard rock and metal adjacent sort of stuff, which for whatever reason I didn't really connect to. And actually, maybe when the guitars came in there, the distorted guitars later on, maybe that's a similarity. I don't remember the other songs from Fightstar, but there was a clunkiness to the guitars there in the mix and in the execution, the delivery, that I didn't think, I thought was the weakest part of the song, oddly enough. And they were pretty basic in terms of what they did. The rest of the song I found to be quite interesting, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm certainly more into this as a tone in terms of the effects and the balanced electronics for the most part than a band like President. I know, very unrelated band, but it's a modern day comparison that I'm thinking of. So I fucking enjoyed that. I you know what? Despite the fact I think the distorted guitars later on didn't quite fit, I really liked that. I also love the simplicity of the drums. They sounded great. And a slightly different production of the drums later on. We're building up to a different section. And the sort of bridge. Kind of haunting vocals. Beautiful. I thought a good balanced electronics. I want to hear that song again. That's a fucking cool vibe. And it makes me think there might be some other Fightstar songs I need to check out. Again, I've not heard many, because I think the first 2 or 3 that I heard back when I was in my early 20s, I think was when I was introduced to Fightstar. I was like, wasn't quite vibing with it. If more songs are like that, and maybe my taste has changed, I don't know, but that was pretty good. Yeah, more of that. If you'd like me to keep doing what I'm doing here and want to support this channel, the best way to do that is over on Patreon. And you can get extra bonus content on there that will never end up on YouTube. Also some early access bits and pieces and some behind the scenes scoops. So do consider joining my Patreon and supporting me in this endeavor.